Hello everyone and welcome back to Cop.Supply. In this video I'm going to be giving you a broken down overview of Koi AIO, so let's go ahead and begin today's video. Before we go ahead and begin today's video, please drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you guys are new and turn on push notifications to know when we upload, and you can go ahead and check out our written overview regarding this bot as well. So I'm going to go ahead and begin on the settings page. I'm going to go through the entire bot. We have a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and begin the video. So when you come to the settings page, this is what you're going to see. Let's start off on this section. This is going to show you your Discord username and the type of key that you have. I have an FNF key, but obviously your type of key will be displayed here, as well as your Discord name that is binded to the key you're logged into. Then your key will appear here that is dotted out. If you want to view it, you can hit this button. I'm not going to do it in the video, but if you wish to ever know what your key is whilst you're logged in, hit this button and then it will show you expiration down here. Then down here you can go in and configure the themes, which is personally one of my favorite parts of the bot. I'm going to go ahead and cycle through all the themes. You have dark, which is what we're on right now. Then we have Japan, which is a very cool looking theme. And then we have light, and then we have Sakura. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but this is a theme within the bot. We're going to go back to dark just because it's easier to see, but I do like Japan as well. Let's move over to Discord settings. You can go ahead and enter in your Discord token, your success Discord webhook, as well as your failure one. Then you can go ahead and test it and save it once you're done in this section. Then for the checkout sound, you can go ahead and select a default checkout sound. Then essentially you have default 1 and default 2. You can switch between the two, or you can click upload custom sound and you basically drag and drop your sound here and configure the checkout sound if you wish. And then you have keyboard shortcuts. You have Control D. You can go ahead and click view, and you can go ahead and view what the keyboard shortcuts do. And then you have the bot tutorial if you wish to go ahead and view that. And then your third party settings, and these are basically capture services or services in regards to your captures. So you have the API key for Cap Monster for 2 capture, and then you have AYCD auto swap if you wish to go ahead and set that up, and you can save it once you're done. Then it shows the version you're on, which is the latest version, and you can also check for updates as well. And it lets you know here if there's an update, but as you guys can see, we are up to date. And moving on to the account section, this is where you can go ahead and manage all your accounts within Koi AIO. So let's go ahead and create a new account group here. Let's select the site. We're going to hit targets. We're going to call this account group video account group, just like so. Hit create group. Then we're going to go ahead and click on the group just like so we can add accounts to this group. If you wish to delete the group, you can hit this button here. And as you guys can see, you do have the ability to create multiple groups if you wish. We can go ahead and edit the name, and it shows the total amount of accounts that are within the group as well. So let's go ahead and enter a group in here. The formation is going to be email : password, so that's the segregation. So if I do john@gmail.com and then I do colon to separate the email from the password, unless the password is 123. All I want to do is hit save account. As you guys can see, it picks up there's only one account, as we've only entered one account so far. Let's hit the save button. You can see that the counter gets updated, and now the email and password shows up here. Now if you want to go on a second account, hold control and click on the account, and as you guys can see, the account gets selected. We can delete selected if you wish. So if you wish to go ahead and delete some accounts that no longer work in a group, then all you have to do is hold control, then click the account you want to select. Now moving on to the proxy section, this is where you can go and create proxy groups and then manage all your proxies. So let's go ahead and break this down. Let's create a new proxy group here. Let's call this video proxy group, just like so. The site labels, we're going to select the site. So essentially you're labeling this group and basically saying that these proxies are going to be used for this site, and then obviously you have region labels as well. As you guys can see, these are optional, but I'm going to go ahead and go through it in this video just for the sake of the video. You don't always have to give select labels, but for organization purposes, if you have a lot of proxies, it may be good to go ahead and actually give it some labels. You can keep track of what all the proxies are meant to be used for. So let's say, for example, I'm going to go ahead and click KIF EU. That is the site label. You can select multiple if you wish, just to keep that in mind. So I'm going to click KIF EU here. Then for the region, I'm going to say EU because obviously it matches. Let's create the group, and as you guys can see, the group has been created. And then at any point I can go ahead and view the labels. So let's say, for example, if I have a ton of groups here and I forget what this group is meant for, I can see that I've configured it. When I created the group, I said, okay, these proxies are going to be used for KIF EU, and the regions is EU as well. Then when you click on the group here, you can go ahead and enter a proxy, and you can also test it as well. So give me one moment to go ahead and grab a proxy, then we'll go ahead and test it out. So I have one one proxy that I'm going to go ahead and enter into the bot. I've gone ahead and entered it. I'm going to hit the save proxy button, and now you guys can see that it appears here. I can also edit the name if I wish. And just to explain this a bit further, when you click this button, you can actually configure the name and the site labels as well if you do have any already configured, so just keep that in mind. So now that we have the proxy in here, we can go ahead and configure a site URL and go ahead and test these proxies. So obviously if you're using this for a specific purpose, you'd go ahead and put in the site URL. I don't really mind, so I'm just going to put in the Twitter account for Koi AIO. I'm going to go ahead and run it, and the speed is going to be returned. As you guys can see, this is a residential proxy, so we're going to see pretty high speeds here. But obviously you can go ahead and use this feature if you wish, and you can go ahead and delete the proxy as well. Now let's say for example you've got 1,000 proxies here and you want to test all of them. You can test all of them all at once with the site URL here at the top, and you can go ahead and delete the offline ones. So let's say for example you don't have enough time to go through the entire list. You can go ahead and utilize these two buttons in this order, and that can save you a lot of time. I should also mention that the import and export button is here if you wish to go ahead and utilize that as well, and it was also present on the accounts page as well. Sorry, I just forgot to mention it. Now moving over to the profile section, this is where you can go ahead and manage all your profiles within Koi AIO. So let's go ahead and break it down. Let's once again create a group here. This is going to be for profiles. We're going to call this video profile group, just like so. I'm going to hit the create group button, and that will go ahead and create the group. We have 0 profiles in here. It shows the name. We can edit the name. We can also delete the group as well. 0 profiles have been loaded. So let's go ahead and create a profile. So when you go to this section, you can go ahead and create a profile. You're going to ask for the profile name. We're going to call it video profile, just like so. Stick to the same theme of the video, and then you have your shipping address. Then you can go over to your billing address. You can have it same as shipping as well if you want, or you can go ahead and segregate it. I'm going to keep it the same, and then you go to the payment information as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this process and cut back when I'm just about to go ahead and create the profile. Now that I've configured the billing and shipping information, it's asking me for my payment information, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this out and cut back when I'm going to create the profile. I've gone ahead and configured my profile here. I'm going to hit the create profile button, and that will go ahead and create the profile. We can see the last 4 digits of the card number, we can see the expiry, and we can also see the profile name, and we can go ahead and click it to go ahead and edit the profile. Once we made our changes, we can go ahead and click the edit profile button, and that will go ahead and save our changes. So for example, if I wanted to add a full stop here and hit the edit profile button, you can see that the changes have been made. And if you want to go ahead and select the profile, hit Control, click the profile, and as you guys can see, the profile has been selected. You can go ahead and delete the selected profile, and you can utilize the import and export button up here if you wish. The next page in the order is monitor task, and this is where you manage all your monitor tasks. However, we do need task groups for this page, so we're going to cover this page at the end of the video. Let's move over to the task page. Actually, sorry, before we do that, let's go ahead and cover the release calendar and the analytics page. So the release calendar is pretty simple, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can view the upcoming releases and go ahead and create tasks directly from the bot, and by selecting what release you want to go for. So let's say for example, you don't have enough time to keep up with releases, you've got a busy life, you just don't want to dedicate that time. You can simply come to the release calendar and look at the releases that are going to take place. So let's say for example, you won a 3090 and you're going to be available on July 31st to go for this release, and you like the price, then obviously you can go ahead and select this release. It shows the site it's dropping on. You can go ahead and select the site. Obviously it's Walmart, so you can only select that because that's the site it's dropping on. Then you can go ahead and configure all your task settings and actually create a task directly from the release calendar. I personally think this is a pretty good feature, and we did mention this pretty fondly in the written overview, link down below in the video description, so you can go ahead and utilize this if you wish. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover the analytics page, then we'll go to the task page, and then we'll finish off the video with the monitor task page. So the analytics page, once again, very well built. We can see a few things here. We can see the total amount spent, the total checkouts, and the total declines, and this is illustrated on a diagram over here. Below that you can see the previous checkouts, and the headers are product, size, site, profile, date, and order. So if you wish to go ahead and view your previous checkouts, then you can. On the right side you can go ahead and see the CPU usage and the RAM usage when using the bots, and you can also configure the analytics up here from this week, last month, last 3 months, and last 6 months if you wish to go ahead and do that. Then you have the change logs for the update you're on, so you can view all the change logs, the version number, and when that got released, and then it will actually show you your total tasks and the current tasks running as well. Now let's move over to the task page so we can manage all our tasks. So let's go ahead and create a task group here. We're going to select a site. For the purpose of this video, let's go with Koi AIO. I'm going to call this video tests Koi AIO. I'm going to hit add group, and that goes ahead and adds the group. Now once we're going to do that, you can see the site logo here, you can see the name that it scrolls through. Obviously it's a bit long, so it needs to scroll through there. It shows the total tasks, and then it shows the statuses of the tasks when they're running. You can start the group, stop the group, delete the group, and you can also go ahead and export the group as well. You can edit the group name here if you wish, and you can also search for your tasks if you wish. So now let's go ahead and actually create the task. Let's hit new task. We've already selected the site through the group. I'm going to go ahead and enter some random information here just for the purpose of this video. Let's go ahead and click something random. Obviously you have the size as well, profile the group. Let's hit the profile group, the individual profile within that group. Let's hit video profile, proxy group. We can use that proxy group, item quantity 1, task quantity 1, monitor delay, retry delay, checkout delay. That's all fine. Let's hit create task, and as you guys can see, it creates the task. The task counter gets updated. We can see the monitor input, size, profile, proxy, account, which is now on status, which is stopped because we've yet to do anything. Then we have the start and stop button for this individual task. Now at the bottom we have an edit all button. If you wish to edit all your tasks at once, you can start all your tasks, stop all your tasks, and delete all your tasks as well. The reason why it says 0 tasks there is because no tasks are running, so this can only work for the tasks that are running. So if you wish to go ahead and actually select your task, hold control, click on the task, and as you guys can see, get selected, and once again you can utilize the import and export button if you wish. So if you were to go ahead and actually run this task, if we hit this button, you can see that the status goes to getting product error undefined, because we put in some test based information for the purpose of this video, just because I wanted to go ahead and showcase the task creation process. But now that we've covered that, actually one thing I should mention, it actually shows how many tasks have been created and the process of it actually being running, so that's pretty cool there. But now that I've gone ahead and actually shown how to create a task, let's move over to monitor tasks. And the final thing for this page, it shows your local computer time up here, which is pretty useful. Let's go to monitor task and manage all our monitor tasks. So let's hit the new monitor task button, and that will go ahead and prompt us to add a monitor task. For the site, we can go ahead and click one of the ones available here. I'm going to click foot action. The monitor input is going to be random. Proxy group, will hit that. Task group will hit this. Now obviously you make sure the task group actually matches your monitor tasks, but I'm just doing it for the purpose of this video to show you it being created. If you do have any questions, you can refer to the guides within Koi AIO, because I will go ahead and go into more detail in regards to every single page and the function on each page. But let's go ahead and hit the add monitor task button. As you guys can see, the monitor task gets created. So it shows the site you're going to be buying, the product, the task groups. You can start it, stop it, delete it, and also edit it as well. And once you make any changes, you can hit the edit monitor task button, and that will go ahead and edit it. So for example, if you wanted to change to Champ Sports, hit this. As you guys can see, it goes ahead and changes. Then you have the collective action buttons such as start all, stop all, and delete all at the bottom. That is going to go ahead and conclude this broken down overview of Koi AIO. If you guys did enjoy, please drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace out.